So here's my question.
Yes.
How do you pay back this loan? I don't care about, paying it back in the first year or, that sounds awesome, but how are you paying back this loan? I'm going to be quiet so I can listen.
Got you. So you never borrow money without knowing what to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Already got the plan, and I already heard that pay the first year first off. I heard that. But now after you pay that first year, where are you getting the rest of this money to pay it back?
Okay, what you're concentrating on is the wrong thing. You're concentrating on how to pay the money back more than concentrating on how to make money.
Yeah, because I like my knees. See, you don't get nothing in this world, something for nothing. So how are you paying it back?
Yes, you do. You got life for nothing. You got life for nothing.
Yep.
Didn't cost you nothing.
Yep, and that's all you're gonna.
Didn't cost.
That's all you're gonna get.
Didn't cost.
For
That's the biggest thing in the world. Life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say that when people ask me, they say, "How you doing this morning, Mr. Derrick?" I say, "God got me up. I don't care if I'm broke. I don't care if I'm rich. If God don't get you up, none of that matters." So that's the most important.
Right.
That's the best start you can have. A lot of people are pushing up daisies wishing they had what you have. There's billionaires that will give you all their money just to be here.
You're right.
So that's the best start. But the thing that I think you're missing is that when you get money, we use credit. We don't let credit use us. So when we go in and get $10,000, we take the bank's money, other people's ideas, and other people's efforts. We take the bank's money and we get a $10,000 credit card, for instance, and somebody's selling a car that's worth 10, but they're selling it for 5. We take advantage of other people's losses. It may not sound good, but we have integrity. I didn't create the loss. You're the one got a divorce, and now you're getting rid of the house for cheap. You're the one in foreclosure, and it's on the courthouse steps. I'm just buying it. I didn't create it. So first of all, we take the bank's money and we look for deals, and some things are nothing. Stop thinking that. First thing is everybody thinks it takes money to do business. Do you know the bigger the deal, the less money? Do you know I have a diamond store down here, and my buddy, he's a third generation diamond merchant. He walks into the diamond, his friends, and I go with him, and they give him 40, 50, 60 million dollars worth of diamonds.
I see.
6.5 carats, flawless. He walks in and gets these things, and they fold it in an envelope in a paper and fold it up, and he puts it in his pocket. And they say, "Okay, I'll see you next month." He sells them and comes back and gives them their money. Cost him nothing. Because your integrity, your word, is more important than a document. So the bigger the deal, the less money. So you should always look for deals that have no money. Louita, in that real estate program, she does deals all the time. $200 million complex build from the ground up. 200 million. And she'll go in when somebody ran out of money and they couldn't complete it. So they're losing it. She says, or I'll say, "Let's make a deal. You're in foreclosure. The bank's not going to talk to you. So why don't you put this in my name? And now I can get this, go to the bank, and you sell it for me. It's worth 200 million. I'll pay you 195. So I get $5 million equity. I'm already winning before I even buy it. He says, I says, and if I can make this deal happen, you will get a lot of money and start over all over your life. I will have what I want. You'll have what you want. So I want it at 190 million. You put it in my name. Now I go to the bank and say, Mr. Bank, I have a story for you, because the bank wants to know the story. They love the story. What's the story, Mr. Whitehead? Well, the story is this guy's had COVID, or he ran out of money, or he getting a divorce and he's losing it. If the property is worth 200 million, here's the BPOs, here's the appraisals, and I'm getting it for 190 million. That means I have $10 million equity, and the place is 65% occupied. That means they're paying rent. After I pay all the bills, I will have $450,000 every month coming to me. So I have more than enough to pay the mortgage. No money. And
Okay.
sir, if this
Mr.
doesn't go
Whitehead.
into my name, if this doesn't work, I'm going to stop the foreclosure, because when I come in as an investor, foreclosure stops. So you have time to get yourself together, even if it doesn't work for me, sir, or you. So is that a deal you want to do? Yes, we do it all the time. And so now I didn't put no money, free, as you say. So as a businessman, I look how to first get things no money, free, and make a profit. So you think the bank is not
See,
going to
Mr.
give
White,
me a piece of property for 200,000, refinance it, when I already have 10 million equity and I got 400,000 coming in every month to pay the bill? They can't wait to give me that, because you know why? When I sign the paper for 1,000, they have 10,000 on their books. So they're going to make whatever they lend me times 10 soon as I sign the paper. So they're very motivated. I gave them a deal they cannot refuse. So that is free, isn't it? Just cost me my mouth and knowledge. So you should know more. You should be thinking about more of what kind of business you're going to make and how much money you're going to make, so you can easily pay that bill, rather than thinking, how am I going to pay the bill? That's not the first thought. The thought is I'm a capitalist. How much money am I going to make? How much capital am I going to get from my idea? So you have to have an idea before you get the money. And I would say real estate.
so
Question?
you want me to sell my idea, is what you're saying? That's how you're paying the money back, by selling your idea?
Sell your idea? No, you're going to, what is your idea? Let's make it easier. Do you have
I
an
went to
idea?
college. I have a lot of ideas.
You can't ask you, you cannot go to the bank and say, I got a lot of ideas. You have to say, this is my idea. So what is your idea that you intend to go to the bank with?
Okay.
I went to college. College didn't do
Okay, I
nothing
have a
for me.
solution.
College didn't do nothing for
Right.
me. It didn't do nothing. I wish I would have wasted my time becoming an engineer and building missiles. What'd that do?
Well, actually, college did do something for you. It separated you from the other people, or you wouldn't be doing this podcast this evening, helping others today.
No,
You see what I mean?
No, what
See,
I did.
college puts you in a different forward thinking.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm not going to say it doesn't break your pockets, but
most of your billionaires
Never went to college.
Never went to college.
Never.
They dropped out.
No. But if I go to the bank, I say I have an idea. I would like to borrow 50,000. All of my eggs are in the row.
Wait a minute. That's all. That's all. 50,000.
Well, we're just hypothetically speaking.
Well,
okay.
Hypothetical.
And
I want you to talk 50 million. I don't want you to see. I'm here to teach you what you may not know. And what you may not know is it's easier to get 50 million. This is the rule. If you don't know the rules, then you don't play baseball or you don't play football. If you play football and you don't know the rules, you're going to wind up on a stretcher. So the rule of business is other people's money, other people's ideas, and other people's efforts. That's rule number one. Rule number two, non-performance. I don't work, you work. I get the money with the C Corp because that's what it's made for. And then you work. I get the money for you to work. I don't perform, you perform. Okay. Next rule is how easy is what I'm going to do? How fast can I do it? And the most amount that I can get back in return. How easy, how fast, and the biggest return. And that's how the people like Shark Tank and Kevin O'Leary, those people on Shark Tank, they make their decisions so fast on how whether they're going to give somebody some money or not. They say, okay, tell me your deal. Blah, 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 blah. They already know after 5 minutes, no, maybe, because they said, how fast, what's the easiest we can make money off of it? And what's the biggest amount? So the person says, I want to do a hot dog truck. I want to sell hot dogs. They say, okay, tell me about it. Well, that sounds easy enough. How easy is it to make a hot dog? I could open the bun, take one out, put a hot dog in. You want mustard, ketchup, salt? Here you go. That was easy. How fast? It is very fast. I take it out. It's already boiling in water. I take it out, throw it on the bun. Give me the $1. Here you go. Mustard, sauerkraut, there you go. That was easy and it was fast. Now, the last one has to be met. What's the biggest amount that I can get on what I'm going to do? Oh, that's the deal breaker. Because how many hot dogs do I have to sell to make $1 million? 1 million hot dogs. No, thank you. I don't think I want to be selling hot dogs. Deal breaker. So let's look at another scenario. Real estate. I can go in and do a $10 million deal. I can go in within 40 days, a 40-day escrow. Go in, make the deal, put it on the market, and sell it to a hedge fund. I don't have to sell it to people. You can buy real estate from a fund that sells, and then you have another real estate that buys and already have it sold to them before I even buy it. Hey, would you like to interested in this? I have it. They say yes, then you go buy it. Make the deal. There you go. 40 days. It was, how hard was it? The effort, it was effortless, just my mouth and some contracts. How fast was it? It was very fast. It was 40 days. And what's the biggest amount I'm getting in return? $10 million. That meets my criteria as a high finance person, not a low finance where I went to school to learn how to run somebody else's company. That's business school. I'm talking high finance, where like Yale and Harvard, where they teach you how to be Google. And then you hire the people that went to school to work for you and run your company. That's the way it's structured. So I'm trying to teach how you, nothing wrong with college, because if you make it through, it gives you discipline. Don't quit. Okay. But if you're hungry enough, you are not going to quit. I'm not here to motivate anybody. If you're not motivated by now, you're not supposed to be here. That's Tony Robbins. When you're ready, the teacher will show up when the student is ready. So,
okay, so Mr. Whitehead,
my
if
point
you
is,
go to the bank,
you
and
have to go in,
you borrow.
number one, and write a business summary about what you intend to do and what meets that criteria I just named. Then you go in to the bank, build your company, your corporation, and build it suitable for what you're trying to borrow. If your business say you need $1 million, then you need to borrow $1.5 million, not $1 million. If it's 2, you need $2.5 million to borrow. And now you go in and get the money. If you want a $200,000 business, then go get you $200,000 worth of credit cards. If you want a $10 million business, then go build your business with this. Because the bank is not going to entertain that. That's with credit. No bank's not interested in credit at 10 million. They're interested in your idea. That's where you get a pitch deck and this thing and go get your money. If you want $100 million business, now you build yourself a fund. You need $100 million. You need $500 million. You can make that deal without the bank or anybody. Just make the deal. Go to the bank or a hedge fund and tell them what I got. If you're talking about a $100 million deal, then guess what? You build a fund or buy yourself a publicly traded company. I sell those too. That's what I do in the daytime. I'm just teaching you this baby school now at night.
You said publicly trading?
That's right. Let me give you a little scenario here.
And so publicly trading is how you're paying back. Like if you borrowed $100 million, you paid the first 50 million off. Okay, we'll say in the first 6 months. Okay, how are you paying that other 50 million off? Are you saying by publicly trading or by Lehman's agreement?
You're mixing up a lot of things here.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, now.
Okay.
People just get to the point.
All right. Take it easy because some people learn early, some people learn late. But I was a late learner, but I was the one who exceeded out my class. All those valedictorians did not pass me up later on in life. So
exactly.
So this is a publicly traded company. This is what I sell in the daytime when I'm not teaching. If you're going to go in and get $5 million, you're not go anything after $1.5 million, $2 million, you're not dealing with the bank anymore because that's a debt. Your company's in debt. You know the interest on $2 million? After you get that $2 million, now you're going to go into this thing where you're going to be offering shares or stock, your paper for their paper money. And this is not a debt. If Amazon loses your money because you invested, you don't get any of Amazon's trucks. You just lost your money. But they keep your money, don't they? Well, this is Amazon, and you can do that. Amazon's not special because their name is Amazon. They know somebody taught them, and I'm teaching you. Stop with the bank.
So I'm paying back.
Pay who back?
With the stock
you don't have to pay anybody back if you don't make money. If you invest in Google $1 million and Google stock goes down, what happens to your money? It's gone,
it's
right?
Gone.
Okay. So if you go to a bank and borrow $2 million and your business don't work, you still owe the bank $2 million plus interest. The difference is,
right,
with this, if you play this game, You do the best you can do. Never go out to rip off any bank or anybody. But things don't happen sometimes the way you wish they would. So if you lose, if Google stock goes down, your money is gone. But you don't get any of Google's buildings, none of their products. They keep the money.
Yeah, but that's not telling me how I'm paying back this money.
There's no
Is it like a trading thing?
Okay, after you go and get the money from the bank, then you go over and start dealing with this, and you can pay off the bank with the money that you get from this. Maybe you understand that?
Oh, now I understand. Now you talking straight. Okay. Ain't what you're saying what you mean. Now, all right. So you paying it back with the money, with the stock certificates that's in the book.
Yeah. Or you can pay it back because you're making such good money till you paying them back early. You're banking on doing a business that's going to bring you back 3, 4, 5, 7, 9 times the amount of money that you borrowed from the bank. So either you're going to pay it off, you're going to be baby, little, and pay it off with the money you're making from your from what you're doing, the business you're doing, or you're going to go to middle ground and be a big girl, a big boy, and then go to stock and pay it off with this. Or you're going to go to the third level, like the big boys, and build yourself a fund or buy you a publicly traded company, and everybody around the world can buy your stock. Publicly traded, not privately. This is privately traded.
Right.
Publicly traded is one of these. I sell these in the day. See this?
Building the fund is publicly trading, right? Or that's two different things.
Building a fund is still asking from people for money.
That's what I thought.
Okay, you see that?
And that's how you purchased your home?
How I purchased my home? No, I purchased my home through notes. If I'm going to buy, if I'm going to buy a $3 million or $5 million home, I'm going to buy it at somebody that's losing it. See, the bank holds your note. There's a house note, there's a car note, there's a mortgage note, there's a jet note, there's a Rolls Royce note. If you don't pay, the bank takes it back. And now they got to get rid of those toxic loans, or they're not able to lend out 10 times the amount that they lend you. That's the rule. So they want to get rid of it. So they'll get rid of it at 3 cents on the dollar. If you're talking credit card notes. If you're talking about a house note, they get rid of it for 40 cents on the dollar. So somebody paid 10 million for a house. I go buy a bunch of notes, sell them off, and I pay for the same house, I pay 4 million. That they paid 10 million. Because I know how to go in and take advantage of losses, discounted notes. You can go buy credit card debt, $1 million for $300. There's money out here. Nobody's teaching you. So this is a publicly traded company. It's not a shelf. It's a shell. That's what they call a shell. So a shell is when you buy, maybe a person got old. Maybe they don't want to do it anymore. Maybe they got a divorce. Maybe somebody passed away. So they're selling it. I don't want to do this anymore. So they sell it to me for $170,000. See that price? That's my price.
Okay, so then,
and then I turn around and sell it to you for $400,000, and I'm gonna take a piece of your business for life, 15%, 10%, or I'm gonna sell it to you. And if your business is, a lot of people have money, so I sell this to them for $400,000-$500,000, but I want a percentage of their company. Their company could be a $50 million company. So that gives me $3 million, $4 million in stake in the company. I do 4 of those a month. I'm straight. I'm teaching you this because I want you to learn, because nobody else is taking you to another level. There's another level.
Nobody.
Nobody.
You're right. So in that book is stock certificates and notes.
Stock certificates are the things that they give you so that you can start doing this. You're already rich. You just didn't know it. $125, they give you as many of these things as you want, as you ask for. So why wouldn't you get them? But a note is something that you create. A note is when somebody owes you money. I'm gonna give you $500,000 to buy your home. That's what the bank does. Now you buy your home. You owe me for the home. I don't own your home, but I have a note that says if you don't pay me, I'm gonna take your house as collateral. But you got a deed that says it's your home. So I own the note on your home, on your car, on your credit cards, whatever. That's a note. If you don't pay the bank, that's a non-performing note. If you pay them, you are performing.
Now where do I get notes from? You said created.
See, now you asking about 5 questions. So the other people are saying, that ain't right, Mr. Whitehead. But you can get a note from.
You're right. Okay,
you can get a note from.
Teach us the way.
So you can get a note. You can buy notes from the note broker online. Go to a note broker. You wouldn't know where to get them from if I didn't mention it. You say, well, how do I get them? These are great questions. But if you didn't have a construct of any of it, you wouldn't know to get up in the morning and say, I'm going to find me some notes. So I'm trying to give you the floor plan so that you can go out and say, man, I'm gonna lose sleep tonight. Wait a minute. I didn't know what this is. What's a Ferrari? That red car right there in front of you is a Ferrari. Now you're saying, I never saw that. Now you see them everywhere, right? Because I've exposed you to it.